The mahogany conference table at Romano's Steakhouse reflected the ambient lighting as my brother Tyler adjusted his tie with the practiced confidence of someone who'd never questioned his place in the corporate hierarchy. Mom and Dad flanked him like proud generals reviewing their most successful campaign, while I sat across from the family triumvirate, pushing my salmon around my plate and half listening to the quarterly celebration of Tyler's meteoric rise through the ranks of Henderson Industries. Regional Vice President at 32. Dad announced for the third time tonight, his voice carrying the same pride he'd once reserved for Tyler's Little League home runs. Youngest VP in company history. Henderson Industries recognizes real talent when they see it. Tyler straightened his shoulders, wearing his corner office promotion like a medal of honor. The quarterly numbers speak for themselves. Henderson's manufacturing division is up 18% since I took over regional operations. Mr. Henderson called it exceptional leadership during challenging market conditions. I nodded politely while checking encrypted messages from our legal team about tomorrow's acquisition closing. Phoenix Dynamics had spent 6 months conducting due diligence on Henderson Industries, analyzing their operations with the same methodical precision Tyler applied to his quarterly performance reviews. The irony wasn't lost on me that my hobby company had been evaluating his real job as a potential acquisition target. "What about you, Emma?" Mom asked with the tone she typically reserved for discussing unpleasant medical procedures. "How's your little technology project going?" Little technology project. Phoenix Dynamics had grown from my college dorm room experiment into a $2.8 billion enterprise that specialized in acquiring underperforming manufacturing companies and optimizing their operations through automation and strategic restructuring. But to my family, it remained an extended phase of playing with computers instead of pursuing legitimate employment. "We're expanding operations," I replied carefully, using the same diplomatic language I'd perfected over 3 years of family dinners where my career was treated like a charity case requiring gentle management. "Emma, you're 29, Mom continued, her voice carrying maternal concern mixed with professional disappointment. "When are you going to stop wasting time on that startup and get a real job like your brother? Tyler's building something substantial: salary, benefits, security, respect." Tyler leaned back in his chair with benevolent superiority. "Emma, I've been thinking about your situation. Henderson Industries has openings in our administrative department. Entry-level positions, but you could use your computer skills in a legitimate business environment. I could put in a good word with HR. Administrative department. My company had revolutionized manufacturing processes across 14 industries, but Tyler was offering me filing jobs at his factory like he was doing charity work for an underemployed relative." "That's very generous," I said, sipping my wine while calculating that Phoenix Dynamics' quarterly revenue exceeded Henderson Industries' annual gross by approximately $340 million. "Family takes care of family," Tyler replied magnanimously. "It's time you stopped playing entrepreneur and joined the real workforce." Monday morning brought the familiar rhythm of board meetings, acquisition reviews, and strategic planning sessions that had defined my life since Phoenix Dynamics had grown beyond the startup phase into something resembling a legitimate empire. I sat in our glass-walled conference room overlooking downtown Chicago, reviewing Henderson Industries' financial statements with our acquisition team while Tyler's weekend lecture about real jobs echoed in my mind. "Henderson's operational efficiency is exactly what we expected," our chief financial officer reported, sliding quarterly analyses across the conference table. "Profit margins of 8.2%, outdated manufacturing systems, minimal automation. Classic acquisition target." I studied the numbers while remembering Tyler's proud announcement about Henderson's exceptional performance. An 8.2% profit margin qualified as mediocre in our industry, the kind of underachievement that made companies attractive for buyouts and restructuring. "What's the employee retention projection?" I asked, knowing the answer would determine how we approach the transition period. "Standard protocol. We'll retain approximately 60% of current staff, mostly floor workers and technical specialists. Management positions will be evaluated based on performance metrics and strategic value." Management positions. Tyler's corner office and VP title existed because Henderson Industries hadn't updated their operational structure since the 1990s. Phoenix Dynamics had automated most of his job responsibilities years ago, reducing regional management to algorithmic processes that required minimal human oversight. Tuesday's family group chat brought updates about Tyler's latest business triumph: a successful negotiation with a parts supplier that would save Henderson Industries $50,000 annually. Mom and Dad responded with congratulations and pride-filled comments about his business acumen. "So proud of Tyler." Mom texted, sharing a photo of his company newsletter mention. "Real business success comes from hard work and dedication." I screenshot the message while reviewing our automation projections for Henderson's parts procurement. Phoenix Dynamics supply chain algorithms could reduce their purchasing costs by $2.3 million annually, making Tyler's $50,000 savings look like rounding errors. Wednesday brought a call from Henderson Industries CEO, James Henderson himself, requesting a meeting about exciting partnership opportunities with Phoenix Dynamics. He'd apparently heard about our manufacturing optimization successes and wanted to discuss potential collaboration. "Your company's reputation for transforming operational efficiency is remarkable," Henderson explained during our video conference. "We're always interested in learning from industry leaders." I nodded professionally while reviewing the acquisition documents that would make me his new owner within 48 hours. Henderson had no idea he was pitching partnership ideas to someone who'd already bought his company. Thursday evening brought another family dinner, this time at Tyler's apartment to celebrate his latest promotion. Henderson had elevated him to senior regional vice president, complete with additional responsibilities and a modest salary increase. "The corner office comes with downtown parking," Tyler announced proudly, showing us photos of his new workspace. "Mr. Henderson said I'm being groomed for executive leadership. This is what happens when you build a real career with a solid company." I raised my glass politely while reading final acquisition confirmations from our legal team. Tomorrow morning, Henderson Industries would become a Phoenix Dynamics subsidiary, and Tyler's corner office would become whatever I decided it should become. Friday morning's Henderson Industries all-hands meeting was called for 10 a.m. sharp, with CEO James Henderson promising exciting news about the company's future direction. I sat in the back of the packed conference room, wearing my standard business attire while Tyler positioned himself prominently in the front row, clearly expecting another public acknowledgement of his contributions. Henderson took the podium with obvious nervousness, his usual executive confidence replaced by the demeanor of someone delivering news that would reshape everything. "Ladies and gentlemen, Henderson Industries has reached a pivotal moment in our company's history. After careful consideration, our board has accepted an acquisition offer that will provide the resources and expertise necessary for our next phase of growth." The room buzzed with confused murmurs as employees processed the unexpected announcement. Tyler's confident posture shifted slightly, his expression moving from anticipation to concern as the implications became clear. Effective immediately, Henderson Industries will operate as a subsidiary of Phoenix Dynamics, a leader in manufacturing automation and operational optimization. Tyler turned in his seat, scanning the room as if looking for someone who could explain how his stable, secure employment had suddenly become part of a corporate acquisition. His eyes found mine briefly, but he looked past me, still unaware of the connection. "I'm pleased to introduce Phoenix Dynamics founder and CEO, who will be overseeing our integration process personally." Henderson gestured toward the back of the room as I stood slowly, walking toward the podium while 300 Henderson employees watched with varying degrees of curiosity and apprehension. "Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Rodriguez, CEO of Phoenix Dynamics." The applause was polite and uncertain, but Tyler's reaction was unmistakable. His face went completely pale as the reality hit him. His little sister, the one who wasted time on startups, had just bought his entire company. From the podium I looked directly at Tyler in the front row. "Thank you, James. I'm excited to work with Henderson's talented team as we modernize operations and optimize efficiency. We'll be conducting individual meetings with all management personnel over the next week to discuss role transitions and strategic realignment." Tyler's corner office, I'd already decided, would make an excellent storage room for our new automation equipment. The integration process moved with the efficiency Phoenix Dynamics had perfected through 17 previous acquisitions. Tyler's individual meeting was scheduled for Monday morning in what had been his corner office, now emptied of personal items and redesigned as a conference room. "Emma, I don't understand," he said, sitting across from me at the table that had replaced his executive desk. How did you buy Henderson Industries? You don't have that kind of money. Phoenix Dynamics has been profitable for 5 years, Tyler. We specialize in acquiring companies exactly like Henderson. But you work from home. You don't have employees, offices, real business infrastructure. I slid a Phoenix Dynamics organizational chart across the table, showing 2,400 employees across 12 locations. Your new position will be floor supervisor at our Milwaukee facility. It comes with the same salary you earned as senior VP, minus the corner office. The family group chat had gone silent since Friday's announcement. Dad deleted his LinkedIn post about real careers requiring real companies. Success, I'd learned, was most satisfying when it came with building keys.